This morning, we're going to discuss roadmaps. Not your typical roadmap that you use to travel across country, but more importantly, the roadmap to emotional peace of mind. Joining us now as part of our My Wellness series is Mary Ann Zimmerman with Mindability. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Now, let's talk about this roadmap to peace of mind. What exactly does that mean?
Well, the roadmap to peace of mind was specifically designed to teach people self-coping skills. It really takes today's most proven concepts and methods, and it teaches people how to regain their emotional composure and also limit the effects of stress as well as other emotional disorders such as anxiety, depression, and anger.
And so what are, I guess, the pressures in life and the stressful things in life that really cause us to kind of not be well off?
Sure. Well, there are financial concerns, certainly.
Sure.
Job and career challenges, as well as family conflicts. But what's really interesting, too, is the way that impacts our lives.
And what happens to our bodies and mind when we go through these things?
Well, for instance, our health. It's really surprising, but over 50% of visits to physicians are for medical complaints that are stress-related. Now, that doesn't mean it's all in someone's head. They're actually real medical complaints that are either caused or aggravated by stress.
Absolutely. So how do we get that peace of mind, if you will?
Well, I think it's very important for people to understand that all of these skills are learnable. And what we have tried to do is take 30 years of research and combine it into a very easy format for people to understand, and so they can learn for themselves.
What I noticed when I saw this, the roadmap to peace of mind, I immediately noticed, because I'm always looking through a book, that you have everything divided in mile markers. I found that quite interesting. Why is that?
Well, the mile markers are basically chapters, and each mile marker builds upon the next. So you really learn the critical information that you need to move on to the next mile marker. And then by mile marker 10, you've achieved emotional peace of mind.
And you've gotten there. One that really struck out to me was mile marker 4, steam rollers and pressure cookers. What is that?
Well, that really comes down to two coping styles that are very common but yet ineffective for people. And steamrollers, they tend to blame the world and others. So if it weren't for fill in the blank, my life would be happy. They tend to criticize, maybe argue, boss people around a little bit. The other coping style is pressure cookers, and they're the ones that smile sweetly even though they're having strong negative feelings. And a lot of times they avoid conflict or they minimize problems. Sometimes might even drink alcohol or take drugs. So two very unhealthy coping styles. They might work for a little bit, but in the long run, you can't force the world to change, and you can't will your emotions out of existence. So the roadmap to peace of mind teaches a third, much more effective way of coping.
Which is?
You have to restructure your thinking. Secondly, you have to be able to persuasively communicate so you can ask for and get more of what you want out of life. And the third is to have self-motivation, kind of some psychological momentum to help you achieve your goals in life.
And so let me ask you this, because what if I'm going through these emotions, and how do I know, or how do I recognize, I should say, if they're normal or if I need to change them?
Oh, well, that is a really great question. And one of the things that the roadmap to peace of mind does is it teaches people how to judge for themselves, whether their emotions are healthy and adaptive, or perhaps if they become self-defeating. And so, for instance, you can ask yourself, is feeling the way I'm feeling causing me harmful consequences? So it's one thing to be sad about a setback in life, but quite another if you're so sad that maybe you can't make it out of bed in the morning. So the roadmap teaches you to judge for yourself, and eventually you can solve the problems on your own.
Great information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christy.
I really appreciate this information. And for our viewers, if you'd like more info on regulating your own emotions and building psychological resilience, if you will, simply visit the website mindability.com.